Hey guys and gals, this is Sonic Arrow with the T32 Tier 8 American Heavy Tank. The map is Live Oaks and I'm heading south as the T32 has great gun depression and a gigantic slab of armor on the front of the turret. So it is possible to do some scouting, especially when you're top tier as I am in this match. When you're doing the scouting in the T32 you're pretty much just poking your head out, or poking your turret out. And there isn't really much that can penetrate the turret. It has 300 plus millimeters of armor, and that is one of the best things on the T32. You can actually bounce premium shells from most of the Tier 8s and some of the Tier 9 tanks that you'll be facing. The tank destroyers obviously do get better cannons, so you might want to watch out for those. The cannon on the T32, only 198 millimeters of penetration and not very good accuracy. I believe it is 0.38 or 0.36, so it's not that good. You will most likely see some RNG happening in this game. It's not too bad. It is a 300 average damage cannon, and it does reload rather quickly. So I have reached this position where it is where I am capable of using the gun depression of the T32 to, well, just expose my turret. Oh, here comes an SU-122-44, and I get a hit in. And surprisingly, that went in. It looked like it went straight into the gun mantlet, but it still penetrated. So that was kind of weird. The 122-44 does have pretty decent armor, especially if at that angle, but I guess it was just facing me directly. The T28 might be a problem. It does have a pretty big cannon. Oh, and there goes that 122-44. There's that Tiger P, and firing APCR, and I was considering using this VK over here as cover, but looks like, to me, it looks like the T32 was slightly too large, and I did not want to stay there with my armor, or the top of my tank really, exposed. And I did manage to charge all the way through and get up closer to the Tiger P, and that way I can aim for the weak points. It does have 200 millimeters of frontal hull armor, but the turret isn't as good, especially that commander's hatch. Now I did try to go for the machine gun port, which probably not a good idea, as it does have that extra plating of armor around the edges. So let's try for that hatch again, and that didn't really go in. I believe the Tiger P did move slightly, but that's okay. Let's try for another shot, and that went a bit higher. But reload's almost done, and once again, there we go. That's the first bit of damage done to that Tiger P, and I wish I would have done more. Second shot into the dirt. Actually, that's probably not the second shot, but the next shot, I should say. I did back up just a little bit there because that Tiger P definitely looked like he was ready to fire. And I managed to bounce the premium shell. Not sure why you would need premium with the Tiger P. It does have 203 millimeters of penetration. Right here, the T28 just fired, and I mistakenly thought that he'd still be reloading. Unfortunately not, and couldn't hit that lower plate. But he gets taken out fairly quickly, and take a look at our base. Not looking good. KV-5 is approaching the cap circle. Actually, I think he's in it. Or maybe not yet, since the counter hasn't started yet. But pretty close. So I'm going to head back there. Tiger P, don't know why he was using premium, because 203 millimeters is, I believe, is good enough to get through the hull of the T32, but not too sure anymore. But Premium rounds will not go through the turret of the T32 unless you hit a hatch, which isn't that easy. And well, I always thought that the 203mm on the Tiger, either Tigers, since it's the same cannon, would have done okay against the hull of the T32 and the hatches of the T32 as well. So a little bit of loss of credits there, but maybe he didn't know the weak points on the T32. Who knows? Unfortunately, I did get spotted here returning to base, but I am in pretty good cover. So there's that KV-13. I'm going to take him out first because that's for sure a one-shot kill, and then I can, well, I can let the AT-15 handle just one tank instead of two. It'll be slightly easier, of course. Now to take care of this T-20, who is just taking chunks out of the AT-15, probably? I don't know. We'll see. But at this point, I am making all the shots count, or at least they're hitting their mark and dealing damage. So one more. There we go. And now to deal with the cappers. So they are about 15 seconds away, and the accuracy of the T32 does kind of show right here. Switching to HE rounds, I only carried 2 of them because I never really need to use too many of them. And there we go, I got the cap down to 0, and then going for that second guy in the cap. There we go. Oh, and they took out the AT-15. Now I did switch to premium ammo. I just wanted to rack up some more defense points, as I don't have any more HE, and a Yak Tiger 88 and a T-34 are pretty tough targets. Unfortunately, I don't deal any damage with those premium rounds, and we managed to cap out. I did manage to get that Defender's Medal and 1,022 points of experience earned in this match. 3 kills, 2,444 damage done, so AT-15 did quite a lot more. However, I did also get 1,056 assisted damage, mostly to spotting when I was on the front lines, really. And also a bit on the defense, as some of the team made it back to take some shots on the remaining enemy tanks. So 20 shots fired, 17 hit, 1 splash damage, so that would have been the 1 HE, which probably didn't do too much damage actually. 13 penetrations. There's the 198mm penetration coming in there. 7 shots received, 5 penetrations, 2 bounces. I wasn't really hiding my hull incredibly well. And there's the 130 base defense points that I squeaked out near the end. 12,000 credits earned with a premium count. Non-premium, I would have lost 4,000. But if I didn't shoot those premium rounds, which did nothing really, they just went into the tracks or missed, I probably would have gotten a little bit more credits out of that. So you might want to think about that. Sometimes you don't need the premium rounds, and sometimes you do. You just have to take a chance on it and see what you get. Thanks for watching. Please press that like button and leave some comments. I'll see you in future videos.